Hi. Hello. It's just me today in this Planescast supplemental update thing. It's a small thing while Kavanaugh's off being, let's go with busy. I'm going to talk about dual decks today, which I guess is ironic because it's just me for once, but whatever. Dual decks are a product Wizards puts out twice yearly. Usually they're a faction versus faction that has to do with like an upcoming block, like it was 2 guilds right before Return to Ravnica, or it'll be a Planeswalker versus Planeswalker that has to do with a previous block, like we just recently got Elspeth versus Kiora right after Theros block. They're usually cheap and they're designed to play against each other. They're pretty fun. Today I'm going to talk about Garruk versus Liliana, which is the 4th dual deck they released and the 2nd Planeswalker one after Jason Chandra. It's fairly unique in that it's one of the only dual decks that technically has a story. While each Planeswalker dual deck are usually based on an event that happens within a set storyline, Jace vs. Chandra and Liliana vs. Garruk are both based on webcomics that was used to publish online. Garruk v. Liliana is based on the story The Hunter in the Veil, which quite frankly has had a major storyline importance. It's a short introduction to Liliana, because Garruk is basically just a hunter beast mage guy with nothing really to him. Liliana is a planeswalker who's much older than she seems. She became a planeswalker before the Mending, which was a big event during Time Spiral that basically altered the planeswalker spark and made them not immortal, shape-shifting gods, basically. Liliana, basically realizing she's mortal now, and arguably worse to her aging, had made a bargain with 4 demon lords to, keep her power and youth, as they are wont to do. In the storyline, Liliana's been sent by one of her demon masters to the Onake Catacombs on Chandalar to retrieve a powerful artifact, the Chain Veil. En route, she encounters a beast controlled by Garruk Wildspeaker. Killing it kind of pisses Garruk off, who tracks Liliana down to the catacombs she's headed to, and they end up fighting. Liliana obtains the Chain Veil, uses this power to defeat Garruk, cursing him, and then basically Garruk's been having a bad time ever since. Planeswalker decks are built to basically go into a character's spellcasting specialties fairly well. And like Chandra's deck, while being a burn deck, it doesn't use any lightning-flavored spells, since she's a pyromancer, so they're all fire-based. And Garruk and Liliana are pretty much the same. Liliana's deck is pretty straightforward with its contents. She's got undead spirits like banshees, and then other more tangible but still rotting creatures, skeletons and zombies. She's got both removal and the ability to bring the dead back. She's a prototypical necromancer, so. There's nothing really of note in her deck. It's kind of strange she has a Phyrexian Rager, but this was also before Scars of Mirrodin, so whatever. I think that's more of a function than flavor thing. Garruk's deck, meanwhile, pretty much just what you expect from him. He's a variety of beasts from different planes. He's got ways to pull out lands as well as things to do with those lands. The thing he'll do with those lands is have them beat you up. I also like the inclusion of serrated arrows, for hunting. Hunting flying dudes. Skeletons. Sometimes flying skeletons. Planeswalker decks always include their signature Planeswalker is kind of the marquee card. And they always have alternate art done by the same artist. And basically Liliana Vess and Garruk Wildspeaker. They were both done by Therese Nielsen this time, who is still generally all-around fantastic. There's definitely an ethereal feel to the rendition of these two. I really like the wispiness of Liliana's hair and the lighting of her magic off her hands there. Her skirt's all wispy and billowy, so, it's great. It's all-around wonderful. You can kind of see her tattoos a lot better in this version than you can in her original Lorwyn art. It's a little thing. Garruk is also pretty great. I enjoy that he's not wearing his helm that he's always wearing in pretty much all of his appearances. I'm also not sure if this shows up, but his face is apparently marked, and I don't know. I don't think they used that anytime after this. Also, the bear pelt he's wearing is apparently just cloak length here. Either way, he's a powerful dude, and he will ruin your shit. But so is Liliana. Minus the dude part. Liliana's second alternate art is Snuff Out, originally from Mercadian Masks. I enjoy the lighting Steve Argyle did with this piece. The literal snuffing out of a candle is a wonderful little touch. Snuff Out's a good inclusion for Liliana, I feel, because it's kind of, she's gonna, pay a price to actually murder the shit out of something. And necromancy's not just about bringing the dead to life, it's about bringing the life to dead. Or something. Liliana's tattoos, by the way, are demon etched. They only show and light up when she's spellcasting, and it makes her look really spooky. So it's completely normal otherwise. There's an alternate piece here that Argyle did of her without the tattoos lit up. It's kind of a nice little look for her. Garruk's second alternate art is Harmonize, originally from Planar Chaos. It's basically showing Garruk tracking. It's a fairly straightforward piece. Also, notice the face markings again. This card's strange. It's not something green really does. It's originally from Planar Chaos, which explains that. They were futzing around with things the colors could do in that set. And for whatever reason, they just keep reprinting Harmonized and supplemental sets. Aside from that, enjoy the flavor text on this one a lot. It really kind of hammers Garruk's philosophy in life. You know, words lie, people lie, the land tells the truth. Liliana's third and final alternate is Mutilate, with art unique to this version. So it's actually a clever mirror of another card's art, another card that's in Garruk's deck, Overrun. If you actually look closely at the art for this, there's some gruesome shit going on. Heads getting torn off, necks getting snapped, limbs just flat out being all of the above. Personally, I can't not laugh at that bear monkey dude on the right side. I mean, I suppose that's a good face for someone watching their forearm get torn off, but still. Garruk's third and final alternate is Blastoderm, and quite frankly, I feel like this version is flat out inferior to the Nemesis version. It's a great piece, and Nilsham did a great job. I just don't think there's as good a sense of scale. Like, look at the Nemesis one. That elf is fucked. Both versions retain the fading visual cue from Nemesis, the weird bubbling away into the aether look on their backs. But overall, just personal preference, I like the Nemesis one more. The aftermath of Liliana and Garruk's battle is pretty much a win for Liliana, at least in the short term. Liliana returned to Cathoped, the demon who sent her to retrieve the veil, and flat out kills that fucker dead. Realizing this could be, her out from the demon thing, using the chain veil, she basically sets out to hunt down her other demon buddies and eradicate them. Garruk, however, is veil cursed. It's not fun and his magic is tainted. He's got one objective on his mind: hunt down Liliana and force her to remove the curse. This has not gone super great for either of them as of late. Garruk vs. Liliana is a pretty fun little pair of decks that play pretty well against each other. My only issue is I seem to end up with way more swamps than I need with Liliana's deck. But that's probably just luck of the draw. Either way, good times. Good times. Good times with those decks. Yup. Peace out.